Have you ever wondered how large organizations manage their HR processes so seamlessly? Or maybe you have faced the frustration of navigating HR system that feel clunky and outdated. Well, today we are diving into the world of ServiceNow HRSD again, your ultimate solution for streamlined HR operations. Whether you are an employee, an HR professional, or a leader, this video will show you how ServiceNow HRSD can transform the way you work. So grab a coffee, sit back, and let's unlock the secret of chapter 2. If you haven't seen the chapter 1, please go and watch the chapter 1, okay, so that you will get the basic understanding of what HRSD is. In this video, we will explore the key roles in HRSD, the difference between HR admin and ServiceNow admin, and how to create HR case effectively. But here's the twist. We are not just listing features, we are going to walk through real life scenarios that shows you why these features matter. Imagine being able to solve employee requests faster, empower HR team with the right tools, and make strategic decisions with confidence. Sound exciting, right? So let's dive in. So for the today's example, let's meet Sarah, an employee at a large company. She's trying to submit a request for a new laptop, but doesn't know where to start. Then there is a John, an HR professional juggling multiple cases and struggling to keep it up. And finally, we have Lisa, a leader who wants to monitor HR progress but feels disconnected from the process, right? This is where ServiceNow HRSD comes into picture. It's designed for everyone, employee, HR professionals, and other department and leadership also. It's like one-stop shop for all HR needs. For employees like Sarah, Employee Center is the pro game changer we have seen in the last tutorial, right? Here she can submit a request. So if you have messed it out, I will just show you. So if you go to Employee Center and using this particular portal, she can submit the request, complete the task, and even search knowledge bases for quick answers. HR professional like John can work on those cases, okay, fulfill requests and collaborate with the other departments. And leader like Lisa, they can monitor progress and make strategic decisions all from one platform. Isn't it intuitive, efficient, and built for everyone? So now that Sarah has submitted her request, let's talk about some of the uh, roles in HRSD. So if I go back, okay, and what we'll do, we'll just go for roles and under system definition. So where's roles, user and user roles, okay? And what we'll do over here, just to understand what all roles are there, right, in HRSD. So we'll not go with every role, but what I'll do, I will just go with application. What was that field? Okay, let me go back. I will just go to role. My bad. Went to user roles. We want to go for roles. And here, what I'll do, I'll just search for the application, which is human resource. Because we are looking into HRS, right? Human resource core. Perfect. And if I run it out, so we can see there are around 20 rows, okay? And you can consider out of this, few rows are parent, few rows are child, okay? But the most important rows, what we have to look for is SN, this admin, basic, and the manager, okay? So these are the key roles, okay? What we'll be looking into this. In ServiceNow, role like HR basic, HR manager, and HR administrator are assigned through the sys role user roles table only, right? This ensures that only authorized user can access sensitive HR data. For example, HR administrator can configure workflows while HR manager focus on case oversights. And here is a pro tip. Always, whenever you go for roles, okay, for if you want to search for any other application, always try to search with the or filter with the application only. So the basic role is this. So when we are talking about Sarah requires this role. So we have to provide this particular role for all the employees. so that they can raise the request, or HR agents also who can who can work on a daily basis. Okay, HR agents to do the daily work, and you can see the description over here. Then we have manager. Okay, which will grant all the access to HR cases, profile, and secure information. So the next privileged role is manager, and the topmost is HR admin. Now a lot of people get confused, right? For instance, there is admin, HR admin, and there is ServiceNow admin. Now what is the difference between it? Being a administrator, okay, being admin, ServiceNow administrator or platform administrator, do I need this particular role or not? Right? You must be thinking, hey, I'm already an admin, right? Why I need this particular role? But in order to access any information, okay, any admin related stuff on the HRSD module, this particular role is required. But at this particular point of time, I didn't grant myself this particular role. But if I go back, okay, and if I search for sys underscore user, and if I search for admin, because I'm currently logged as admin, and if I open this out, and if I go to rows, I have admin rows, but I you can see a lot of HR related rows also, right? So if I search for admin, oh sorry, my bad, star admin. So by default, it must have been configured under my profile. Where? HR admin, HR admin, HR admin. It's HR core admin, right? So I already have the admin role. If I remove this admin role, I will not be able to take these classes only. Okay, create this tutorial only, because I will not have the access to these modules only, nor have access to the any HR table. So this role is really kind of mandate when we are working on HRSD as an admin or as a developer. Got it? Now there is one system property you should keep in mind. So over here, because currently I didn't add this role to myself, right? Okay, but it automatically got allocated to me. Why it happened? It happened because of this property. Okay, so sorry. So ideally it should be there. If I go and if I search with SN underscore HR, okay, SN underscore HR, I will go next. Default priority, this is not the one. This SN core admin minimum admin count. So this particular property, what it does, it provides the role by default to certain users. Okay, whatever the count is going given over here. So it's 2. So it has granted the role to the 2 users. So this is done. Now let's get to the heart of the HRSD. Okay, what is the heart of the HRSD? It's case creation. And in the last tutorial we have seen, right? So if I go for case, and if I go for create new case, okay, so let's imagine John needs to create a case for Sarah's laptop request. Okay, with ServiceNow, this process is not only straightforward but also highly customizable. How? So let's look into that. So for example, forget about Sarah. Uh, we'll consider Ria. Okay, from the last example. So you can see when whenever you want to create a case, you have to search for either case number or employee. Okay, so when you are searching for employee, okay, I search with employee, I can see some information out here, right? Employee information, case detail, and so forth. And I will search once again. So if I go for able tutor also, okay, while selecting certain user also, I can see this. It's a project or product manager and some information on the same, right? Now we are developers, right? No one wants to use the out of the box things, right? So how we can customize this thing out? For example, your BA came up with a requirement that they want to see some more information over here, or in case detail they want to see some information, or they want to change the search criteria for the employee. For example, when right now if I type 3 words, 3 letters, then only I'm able to extract the information. But they want to do it on the one word only, one letter only. Okay. And if you see, if I search with um what and how many records should be visible over there. Okay, so and so forth. So how we can configure this information? So you can configure all these things, okay, using a module called case creation configuration. Isn't it pretty straightforward from the name? Okay, what exactly you can do from that? So it's case creation configuration. So if I open this module, I will open this module into another tab. Okay, so I can shuffle through it. Okay, and this is the case creation configuration module. So what you can do, you can customize everything what you can see on that particular page, right? Case when we are trying to create a new case from here. For example, minimum input length. As I've shown you previously that we need 3 letter to get the search result over there, right? For instance, we want that one only. We 1 letter only. So if I save this out, okay, one, okay, let's do it two. Okay, 2 letter because one is quite futuristic, right? So if I do it two, and if I go back on the employee search, and now if I type AB, or I have to refresh it out. Okay, so what I will do, I'll do a quick refresh of the page, and we'll try. Now if I go here and if I try, you can see please enter two or more characters. Previously it was 3, now it got 2, right? Now if I try AB, no result found. Wow, great. If I give what RI, no result found. Wow, why it's sampling so? Okay, oh, what I should try? AB. No. I'm not getting any response. Why? Why exactly re-event? Okay, am I missed something? Let me refresh it out. 2? I think it should work, right? So I'll go back and or I will just go and search for HR profiles first. So HR profiles. Let's see what is the so it's BE. With BE we can see couple of names. Okay, so let's try again. I'll go all. I'll go to what? Create. No, sorry, case, and I will just mark it as a favorite only because we'll be using it a lot of times. And now if I do BE, this is interesting. Let's try to change it to probably 4. 4, and I will do Control S. Ideally, it should not happen this way, but let's see. Now if I go RI, Y. Oh, we have to refresh it out, right? Now it came in 2 characters only. Oh, I think something is getting messed up over here. So if I go, I will just go again to favorites. I will go to what? Create case. And now it's asking for 4 character. So if I give RIY, nothing will come up. One more character is required. A, and it turned off. Right? So this way you can change this thing out. Now, for an instance, what is the other thing in that particular configuration? Page size. So when you are searching certain things out, for example, if I'm searching with RIA, how many records it should show on the page? Okay, over searcher currently, we have only few records. That's why it's not showing up over here. So if I BE and something, I don't know what, or I will search with only. Okay, so currently you can see it's one record, but if for the matching criteria there are 10 30, 40 records. How many records you want to see in the drop down? That you can configure using this particular property. Now, on the employee search, because we are searching an employee, you can also configure multiple things out there. So its display table is this particular profile. It's taking the information from this table. That's why I was looking on that particular table out. Then you can also limit the user on search. Okay, you can define condition what are users you want to see. Say if I want to see um what I want to see. For example, if I want to see active is true only. Okay, I just want to see the active users. So we can simply save it out. Control S. And now what I'll do, I'll go back and let's take one. I will just go to HR profile and let's find some what we can say active and inactive user. Okay, so I will just go over here and we have to go with let's do one thing. Personal email ID and all those things are there. What I'll do, we want to go with user. Okay, so your user dot active. I will do okay. Oh, I didn't pull that field on you or what? User dot active. Okay. Now we have this particular flag also. I'll pull over there and now you can see true, right? If I do not show matching below. If I do all and if I do group by, everything is active. Wow. Let's make let's make John inactive. JONA. Jona. Okay. Now he's inactive. Now if and Ria is active. Now if I go back, we have already added the conditions, right? If I go to the case and if I try to search with GOA and I'm not getting that particular user because we have added the filter. And if I try to add search Ria, she's there because she's active. Perfect. Now what else we have? The user condition we have. Now we have additional fields also, additional fields to be displayed. So we have seen when we were looking for user, there were only a couple of details it was showing. I will show you one more time. If I go with BNT, so here you can see sales and some address is showing. Now I want to see some more information over there. So how we can configure that? Right? So for example, it's showing department, employee number and location for now. I want to see date of birth also because if it's matching my uh, date of birth month, okay. If they are matching my astrology sign, I want to help them out more. And country of birth also, okay. And if I update this, now if I go back over here, and now if I search B and T, I have to refresh this page, reload B and T. I think this particular person is not having that information only. So what all we have added? I will just go to this Ramon and we'll provide that information. So on Ramon, a date of birth is there, okay. And what else we have added? Let's add gender also, male, and I will add the same gender on that. So date of birth and gender. So where's that? I want date of birth and we also want user, gender, yeah, and we can update it out. Now if I go reload, now you can see we have date of birth and the gender also with it. So you can configure anything from there. Okay, you got the context. I believe. Um, where's that? Okay, I'll go back to history and what was that? Configurations. Oh, what else thing you can do? Okay, allow skipping verification. You have seen that there is a verification link over there. You can allow user to skip that particular verification also. There's a priority table kind of thing. Currently, it's fetching the information from this two tables. That's why it's showing up over here. You can also define priority columns if you want to. Then we have case search, right? The same thing. Okay, if you are searching with the case, okay, what all things you want to see over there. Then this is important on the employee front, right? If I go over here and if I do pop, I really like SNUTs for this reason. And if I go with what case creation again, now when I search RAMO Ramon, okay, I can see employee information and case details. Now you can configure this information also what needs to be. So currently it's showing name, employee number, email, and zip postal code. So here is the employee. On left side, what do you want to see? On right side, what do you want to see? So for example, I want to add one thing over there. So for example, I will add on the left side, I will add employee number. On the right side, I will add home country. Okay. And I will update. Now these things will be visible over there. So if I go back and if I search RAMO Ramon again, now you can see this information also came. So you can play around it based on your business requirement. On the case detail, the same thing on the case detail. On the case creation, you can see these are the fields. Left is open for, right is subject person, okay, and bottom we have work note. Now we have bottom also one thing, okay. If I go over here in the cave, you can see open for subject person and work notes. If I want to add one field over there, here I want to see active. Here I want to see what what I will add choose anything case support team, and in the work notes I want to see additional comments also at the bottom as update it out. Isn't it pretty configurable, right? Okay. So if I go back and now if I refresh, reload, RAMO, we'll select this person out. And now you can see the case details got changed. So in every organization, this will be the first kind of story kind of thing. Okay. That you want to change the key creation page. Okay. You want to see some information, you want to hide some information, and so on and so forth. I was talking about skip verification, right? So this is the skip verification thing. Oh, what else I can cover as a part of this? I think that's enough. And there you have it. Chapter 2 of ServiceNow HRSD decoded. From understanding roles to creating case, we have covered the essentials to help you streamline your HR process. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your team, and subscribe for more ServiceNow insight. We'll be creating entire series on HRSD. This is only the second video. Okay. So your support help us create more valuable content for you. Okay. Thanks for watching and I'll see you the next time. Thank you.